we're going to talk about social media goals because it is a new month. My most favorite is month because it happens to be my birthday month. My birthday is the 13th, so I always extra special love February. And also because the sort of shininess of the new year has started to lift a little. And with that, you sort of separate the people who are really committed to making things happen from the people who were just like excited about the bubbles on New Year's Eve. All right. And I know that the people who are watching this, the people who are here, the people who are doing the stuff we're going to talk about today, they are the people who are going to make things happen this year. They are going to be the ones who see major change in their business. And so I'm super, super excited to talk about making those changes happen, making those things happen, growing your community. And that's why we set social media goals. That's why we take the time to evaluate this. This is why we take the time to check in and see what's happening and the impact it has on our overall business. Maureen says, I want more comments and shares on my social posts, having a hard time getting people to do this. So I love that you have this idea of what you want. My question is, though, is what does that really mean? What does more mean? Set a number. I want to see people engaging on every post. I want to see at least X amount of shares on per month overall, because then what we can do is we can start taking focused actions towards getting those specific results. So if you want to have more engagement, essentially shares and comments, you want to have more engagement. Great. So what can we shift about the content you're currently creating to get that? Making things more shareable, interesting facts, interesting stories, interesting quote graphics, things that are content that's really shareable, that making that content really easy to share and to consume and to be a part of. That's really going to be the difference maker. As far as comments, giving them a point to engage with, asking a question. A lot of engagement comes down to training our audience to engage. And so it doesn't just happen overnight. It's not like one day a switch flips and like suddenly we have 1,000 comments on our posts. It can also be done. Sorry, I just whacked the mic. It can also be done by investing a little bit. So if right now, because your engagement has been a little further down, you're just not getting the amount of eyes on your posts that you need to get the engagement and the results that you want, start looking at really targeted ads where your goal is engagement. Your goal is simply to get it in front of people. That will help, again, get them used to sharing. And that can be as small as boosting to a really well-targeted audience, some purely engagement-focused posts. No link, just a social graphic and copy that's got a question in it worth commenting on. It really can be that's simple in, again, training your audience, putting them in front of targeted content that's going to get them engaged. The other thing I really like to do is identify a couple of the brand advocates in my business. Occasionally, I will do this with people like mastermind partners or other small business owners and say, here's what I want to set up. I want us to be really focused on building our engagement. So let's engage on each other's comments, because sometimes, contrary to what we might think, sometimes people don't want to be the only one at the party talking. And so if we can establish some baseline of engagement, even if we've kind of created it in our own little network, we can get other people to jump on that bandwagon. We can talk about conversations in a way that's sort of guided so that we do get people sort of following the leader and engaging. So that's a really great way to work towards that goal. But what I want to step back and look at is we shifted what that goal was from the idea of being more to this is very specifically what we're trying to achieve. We want X amount of posts shared this month. We want X amount of comments this month. so that we know what we're working towards and we can really focus our time there, just like we would with any other kind of goals. We would never set a goal that just said, like, I want to make more money this year. You're not going to make more money because you're not going to be doing anything that's going to lead you into those actions. I want to lose weight. Great. What are you doing? Because it's too abstract. So get really specific. For example, and I'm going to be really, really clear and transparent as always. Well, clarity maybe, but transparent for sure. My focus this month is Twitter and Instagram and growing those audiences, because the growth there has been really stagnant over the first month and really a lot of the last quarter of last year. It's picked up in January on Instagram for sure, as we've gotten more consistent with our content there. We've added 150 to 200 new followers just in getting consistent content. However, it's kind of flatlined again. We're kind of jumping around in the same 10 number of people. So we got to figure out what we can do to shake that up. Again, that's my focus. So what have I done now, knowing that my goal is to add 300 Instagram followers and 500 Twitter followers this month? So those are my very specific goals. I know exactly what I'm working towards. Now I have time on my calendar each and every day, not a lot of time, 30 minutes, to work towards that specific goal. So I know what my goal is. I know what, for me, my action steps are there to do that. And a lot of it comes down to engaging in new circles. I've got a couple of Twitter chats on my calendar for this month because I know those are always big, good ways to organically increase my followers. And because they're targeted Twitter chats, I know I'm going to also be getting followers that are going to be valuable in the sense that they actually want to be part of my community. They actually do want to talk to me and have conversations. And then with Instagram, I know for me, it's where consistent content and engagement come together. So again, making time each and every day to go in and engage in targeted profiles, not just everywhere. I'm not following random hashtags. I'm following hashtags that are relevant to my business, and I'm connecting with those people. I'm also taking some time to revamp my own hashtag strategy, changing up the ones I'm using, shifting, getting a little more focused. Maybe I'm using hashtags that don't have as many posts, but are the exact hashtags my potential audience is using and looking at, because that's the difference maker. So I want you to really look at getting very specific with your goal, figuring out what specific tasks you want to do to get you there, and then lay it down to the point where you know exactly when and what you're doing. So schedule it. That's it. It really is about taking the steps. Maureen asks, can you set Instagram to just be local? I own a local business. You can't set it to just be local. However, I've had a lot of Instagram success with clients who have local, physical, brick and mortar kind of businesses. And a lot of what it came down to was hashtag usage. So making sure you're using hashtags that are relevant to your area, making sure that you are connecting, following, and engaging with things that are local to the area you want to work in, or local to the people who you want to visit you. A great example of this is when I moved from Phoenix to Southern California at the end of last year, and looking for things like a new hairdresser and things like restaurants. I searched the city as a hashtag, or the city and whatever I wanted. Like, I live in Irvine hairdressers, or restaurants, Irvine restaurants. And so again, those hashtags become a really, really important part of making sure you are getting what you need in a very specific area. Again, though, we're not looking for, a great example of this is restaurants. You're not looking to get in front of people in Nebraska if you live in Southern California. So you don't need to be using hashtag dinner, hashtag blue plate special. I don't know, whatever. These are what are coming to my mind right now. Instead, you want to be talking about hashtag Irvine dinner, hashtag Irvine restaurants, hashtag Irvine foodies. We're focused on an area. And then again, you may not just be your city. So Irvine, Tustin, Santa Ana, Anaheim, Orange County, the area around you, your county area, whatever it's going to work for you. But yeah, look at those hashtags for Instagram. That's really how you localize that engagement. That's going to be critical. All right. So quick and dirty today. I want to keep this under 15 minutes, so I'm going to boogie. If you have any questions, let me know. But one of the best steps I'd like to see you guys take next is to join us backstage, because that's really where you're going to get the ability to ask me questions like this anytime in our private community, and also trainings that are going to help you work towards your goal, so you know exactly how to use these tools and really make the most of it. The really cool thing is, if Facebook is at all part of your strategy, guess what, guys? Brand new Facebook Pro module, or 6-module program, talking about everything from setting up your profile to every possible way to run ads, as far as the boosted post ads manager, power editor, walkthroughs on all 3 of those. We talk about custom audiences, pixels, insights, everything. It rolled out yesterday to the community, all updated, brand new, fresh. I spent all of January working on it for them, and it just rolled out. Also, we rolled out a new stats training, so exactly what to check daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly in your business to make sure you know what's happening, so you can set these goals and then you can check in to see if you've reached them. All right, hit the micbackstage.com. There's a link in the description for this video, so either it's up above me or next to me. It's somewhere around here, but hit the micbackstage.com is the place to go to sign up. You can cancel absolutely anytime. I would love to see you there. Until then, or until next time, I'll see you backstage, all right? Have a great rest of your day, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.